Hey, good morning, loves and lovers. Welcome to Coffee Time with New Nicks. My heart is turned to the side. It was turned right ways. Don't know what that means, but my heart was turned right ways. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to your neighborhood love dealer. This is Tea Time with Nicks this morning because I'm drinking green tea. Now, today, the cheat sheet is green tea. If you have allergies, of course, you're going to want to drink as much water and green tea. And you might want to fit in a few blueberries, anything antioxidant. That is what you're focusing on because I have a feeling that this allergy season is going to be making us wake up with what gunk in our eyes. There will be a lot of pollen. The season's renewal is going to bring about a lot of flowers in May. So people are planting. They're doing a lot more planting. I think there will be a return of the bumblebee. So definitely get your green teas. Make sure that you have your EpiPens ready for those who are allergic to bee stings and things of that nature. And make sure you keep your allergies in check. Make sure you have your medications. Make sure that someone knows your emergency plan if you have allergies. Okay. So that's my scoop on this morning's health. We talked about ashwagandha and lemon balm and lemongrass yesterday. So today, hi, happy Thursday. Happy birthday to our Pisces that are wrapping up this season going into Aries. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we today? Congratulations on the birthdays that are happening, and congratulations on the babies, the new moves, and everything that your heart is going into that is positive. Yes, it has occurred to me that we have all met our heroes, and I want to say that again. It's occurred to me that we've all met our heroes. And when I say that, I mean we've all met the hero that we want in ourselves to rescue. Whether we got rescued or not, we've all met our heroes. And now it's time to make the hero that you really need yourself to be. And if you did meet your hero and you kind of liked your hero, it's time to build on that brand and actually make it even greater. Okay. So there are people that are rooting for you, there are also people that are booing you. Both are encouragement. Don't get discouraged. The people that are booing you are only booing you because they can't do it and they cannot understand. And the people who are egging you on, they want more people to experience this, and they want more people like that so that they don't have to feel so alone and discomforted in the world by people who just want to boo just because. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do you like my disco ball? I saw this in the store and I could not walk without it. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm not that tall. I don't have a place to really hang it. But I'm going to find a place of where this fits into. And it fits great into our little show in the morning. It gives you a focus a little bit. And it's shiny, it's pink, it's glittery. Wonderful. Good morning, Portland, Oregon. Yes, that is on. That is over there. That's at the top of the states, right? What's going on over there in Oregon? We haven't heard a lot in the news about Oregon, or have we? Put it in the chat if you want me to know. Okay, so I have picked Psalms 20 for this morning, and it breaks all the way down to a 2. Let's get it together. Rain? Oh boy. That's good. That's kind of good. Is it cold over there? I think it's kind of cold. It's like a little back and forth over there. You got mountains, you've got skiing over there. You've got one of those different political climates over there in Oregon too. How's that faring over there? Because I know that I haven't heard much about Oregon, but Oregon is one of those blank states, one of those almost Switzerland states. Gray skies, yeah. I haven't been outside, but I know it's pretty warm. And I think I may indulge in some sun gazing today. I know everywhere people are on edge, and it's not just in your local neighborhoods, it's just an overall energy in the air of people being on edge. We've met our heroes, we've met our villains, and unfortunately, a lot of us have found out in the last few years that the villains are a lot closer than you think. They're a lot closer than their heroes might be. and they're not too much different than your heroes. So it goes back to Scooby Doo. Wouldn't it got messed up if it wasn't for those kids? And kids doesn't always have to be a younger person. It just has to be somebody with a fresh perspective and the innocence enough. Believe it or not, there are a lot of innocent adults out here. They've just been mixed up with the crazy ones. But yeah, innocent enough. We're finding out that the whole neighborhood's full of monsters. You just have to look past the smile, and depending on who they're talking to, they're either the monster or they're the hero. And that's very concerning, especially when you know there's a thin line between love and hate. It's when you as you get older, you realize that that line is hair thin. It's hair thin. And shout out to the people who are taking their medication, because that's also given to the fact that there is a lot of unchecked, undiagnosed mental illness out here. And unfortunately, those people are the loudest, so they get hurt first. And innocent people just have to try to figure out how to get their voices heard after so many weird, strange people have been so vocal and they've made no sense. I know someone understands what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice, Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel. We will rejoice in the salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. Let the King hear us when we call. All right. Tomorrow I'll just do 21. I wanted to do 21. But yep. So there we go. There we have it. Remember, we're actually in the days of trouble. We're in the days of revelation. Actually, we are definitely here. The big reveal is here. We're finding out that the Lord is one and the same. We know that all things are done through him, good and bad, and they all serve to strengthen the fibers of this tapestry we call life. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience, and the quicker we understand that, the quicker we'll realize that all things done spiritual are basically leveled in this human world. And once we realize that, we'd be much more attached to the words that we say. There's a movie where Eddie Murphy he got into a situation and he was very superfluous. He talked a lot. And he talked a lot of nonsense, word salad for the most part, a lot of not word salad. And he ended up in a situation as to where God got sick of him running his mouth pointlessly. So he gave him a limit. He gave him 1,000 words. And he said, on your thousandth word, you're going to expire. You're going to pass away. And it made this man think. It made him think. He had to think. He had to really try to communicate without words. He had to use body language. And then when he had to use his words, he had to use them wisely. So he couldn't use a bunch of words. He had to make sure every last word that came out of his mouth counted, or he was going to be dying for no reason, right? So if you only had 1,000 words, or if you could limit yourself, because I wouldn't want to challenge you on anything, because I'm definitely not going to be holding you accountable for it. But if you only had 1,000 words to say, and The last word would be the day, would be the word before you passed away. Would you say half of the things that you've said up until now, would you carelessly throw words out there that didn't mean anything? Would you be mean for no reason? Would you say nice things that you didn't really mean? Like, if you had to really preserve life by the things that came out of your mouth, how would your life be right now? Would you be peaceful? Would you be like fighting with everyone? Would you be a boss? Would you be submissive? And what would it do for you right now? I think you should look at that movie. It's I forgot, it's, I don't know if it's 1,000 words or something, 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 but whatever. It's a Eddie Murphy movie, and he only had 1,000 words that he could utilize, and that made him very much more careful about the things that he said. It made him much more careful about being flippant to people. Really good movie. But let's get into the tarot because we've got time constraints. Well, I do. I just don't want to be on here that long. I saw that I was on here for like almost 2 hours the other day, which is not bad, especially when I have something to talk about. But honestly, I just didn't want to sit on there for 2 hours. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. And I love talking to the ones who like talking to me, but yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Don't forget to get Inside Gossip. Definitely is going to go into the publication of the very next book, which is definitely damn near done. Don't forget, Inside Gossip is a really, really good book. I did read most of it out loud during the Christmas season. If you want to go back to that video, it'll definitely give you a picture of what's going on, but you need to get that book. It is so juicy, and a lot of us are meeting the characters that are in that book. And I've got some really good characters for you to meet. Now, I did continue some of them. I did continue Tova and her husband. I did continue Tova and her husband, and I did continue Roxy and her husband. You're definitely going to be wowed out with this one. Definitely make sure there are no kids around when you're reading this. Uh, Make sure you send it to your pen pals. This is going to be something else. It's a bit racy. It also has a good message in it. It has a good restoration in it. It's good. It's got all the bells and the whistles, just like the first one. But uh, I think I went a little deeper into this one. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. I went a little deeper into that one. So don't forget to get Inside Gossip. It's both on Barnes and Nobles. I think it's Walmart.com. It's on Amazon. It's also an ebook. It's also you can also get it as an ebook if you don't want to shell out the things. I have copies I can sign for you. That'll be a couple bucks more because hey, it's time. And yeah, don't forget my Cash Apps in my bio. Cash App, a money sign, capital A, Androgynous 111. Don't forget, tap in. I love you all. Thanks for your support. And don't forget to get the book because we need to get the other book. That book is going to be life changing. Oh, yeah, my bad. There are two books. So definitely get the book. All your donations are going to go into both Alex and the new book. Alex and the new book. Okay, thanks. All right, so we've got Justice out here, and that's Libra, then the Devil, and woo, then the Hermit. What just happened here? Libra, the Devil, and Hermit. Okay, so we've got some justice, we've got some obsession, and we've got some hiding here. Heidi ho. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That just freaked me out just now. That was Chucky. Heidi ho. Ha 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 ha. That was definitely Chucky. I don't know. It's a movie buff. I'm a movie buff, so I'm definitely I can call those lines. Charles. Charles. Remember the serial killer Charles? He invoked his spirit into a voodoo doll. And That's how Chucky was running around for all this time. And they made like all of these daggone sequels. So that tells me that there is a pretty nasty, pretty character out here that has been alive for a long time, and they know a lot about occult knowledge. They're very well scripted. They know how to use the tools and the devices to get things done. However, looks like this person or this monster, I should say, sadistic person, is being brought down, or something's happening to where this person is not in the happiest of modes. They're hiding, but they're obsessed. And I see these eyes, it's something else. So some things are being evened out. We've got the 11 of justice, we've got the devil out here afterwards with the two people like binded at the bottom, and then we've got the hermit. Okay, all these three just fell the hell out. So do I go Libra, Capricorn, or Virgo? Because now we've got two earth signs out here, Libra. So there is a lot of earth sign. There's earth sign. So there might be earth signs that are pulling this off. So either someone is a human voodoo doll, or they are playing with doll babies for sure. Incantations for real. I'm getting a little bit of a headache right here on my left side. So maybe they're left-handed, or someone's about to get left. Okay, someone's about to get left. Whoever this individual, this occultist, this older occultist, it's a male. It's definitely a male. Whoever this older occultist is, they're angry. They're very angry. Things aren't going out into their plans. Like I said, this was the justice, and this person is very obsessed with what's just going on. They want to control the feminine and the creativity of the masculine. And this is what I'm looking at on this card. This is actually depicted on this card. I can't really show you, but if you pull it up, people who are familiar with what the 15 card looks like, the Capricorn card, bones, skulls, male and female. One's got the wrong kind of fruit attached. The other one's got like fire attached to his tail. It's a lot going on in this picture. So yes, this is the, so I can pick from any of these signs, right? Capricorn, Libra, and Virgo. Let's start from, I did Aquarius yesterday, so, and I ended in Capricorn. I don't even want to touch Capricorn right now because I just don't like how this red figure is just staring there. Okay, so let's just start in Libra. Let's just start in Libra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so let's just start in Libra because this is a nasty energy. Okay, so a lot of the readers have been doing, have been coming out with nasty energy, so I haven't even been able to read them, only because the karmics are now watching tarot. They're afraid, or they're studying something to get to something. The karmics are watching tarot a lot. They're watching it not because they need to be on this thing. They do divinate, and they are doing the trickster spirit. They are spreading rumors. They're going from platform to platform. Their aim is to take down few of the readers. Their aim is to stalk their baby mamas, because a lot of the readers are women. Some are just coming to see the males because they can't believe that there are male tarot readers. Some are just sticking to the women because some of them know them personally, and some of them just have like ulterior motives and things of that nature. And they've been sent by family members, friends, baby mothers, third parties, jump offs, that sort of thing. Because most jump offs aren't watching tarot. They're too busy either trying to get into bed or get a drink. So if they're watching tarot by now, it's because of a man. It's because either they can't hold the attention of a man, or they got attention of a man and they just can't deal with the attention of a man. So they're on tarot. So they've got a lot of ulterior motives. A lot of people that are watching tarot right now aren't watching it for the right reasons. You'll find out because you're nosy. All right. So with that being said, hi Libra, let's go. All right, so we've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got the Queen of Cups. All right, so somebody is definitely trying to put out some good energy out here. We've got the Justice, which is the Libra. This is a Libra energy. So we've got Piscean energy. Is that Neptune or is that Jupiter? This is the Wheel of Fortune. We've got a few days left of retrograde, so not quite yet, but we've got the Queen of Cups. So there is a feminine Queen of Cups that is here in Libra. Like I said, that there's going to be wish fulfillment coming about. Either somebody's going to get the money, the love of their life, or the move of their life. If somebody's about to get a contract, a good contract, doesn't have to be love. It might just be a good collaboration. They might actually get into their soul tribe, and they might meet a new family. They might actually meet new friends, new families, somewhere else to be that is safe, coming up out of the cold. All right. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning. So as the Wheel of Fortune turns, you see this looks like retrograde. I like how it's together, but it's not. It's off centered. So this is how Mercury retrograde goes. Wow, I love how that it's the 8 next to the Gemini, next to the Cancer. Then there's the Libra, there's the Scorpio. Hold up. Why is that the Omega? That's Omega. That's not Libra, that's Omega. Then that's Libra. Interesting. The way the Wheel of Fortune looks, it looks like a compass, a clock. It looks like a compass, a clock, and something else. It's another measurement of time and space. If I'm not mistaken, this looks like something that one practitioner, not just practitioner, one medical practitioner would use each time a kid is born. I believe that this is actually a real thing that is used each time a child is born. I believe that the person that uses this, you probably never meet, and they're on the board of directors in some medical facility. And this person is there for the pure science of working these numbers out and knowing each one of us, each one. Because every one of us has a job. Every one of us has been taught internally a thing. However, through life and life's experiences, you learn away from that thing, being as though we do not know what level of spirituality you will fall on. The ones who have the innate knowledge, they are high ranking and they hold it, whether it's good or bad. Now, the ones who forget things, who go into deja vu, but they can't quite grasp it and they don't know exactly where the original seed came from. Those are the ones that are being taught away from their purpose. Maybe they aren't able to sustain it, or they're not able to reach it, or they've been unfortunately encumbered with so many generational curses and debts that they have to get through those things first before they're reintroduced to the innards of themselves, their inner knowledge. Hopefully this is not going over someone's head. So right now in Libra, there is a lot of recalibration happening. Okay. The feminine energy is healing and in restoration. um both sides need to repair, but the feminine energy is much more needed right now because we've been dominated by the masculine energy. The masculine energy does practicality, war, and things of that nature. They do the mechanical things. Um, so far, we've gotten so far to the left of the mechanical things that we need to bring it back right and get back to the nurturing of things because we're going into a deadland. Has anybody ever seen Horton Hears a Who? Remember that wall? And on one side of the wall, it was desolate, right? And on the other side of the wall, it was green and things of that nature. But in that movie, also, remember on the side where it was green, a lot of things were manufactured and they were not natural. So they had to be sustained by chemicals and a lot of things that were unnatural. You see what I'm saying? They were buying air. Seem familiar to anyone? They're buying things that were put on this world naturally. Someone found a way to control it and market it, right? So we're in a situation where we have to bring back the nature of things. We have to bring back the growth and the restoration, which is the feminine energy of the world, Mother Gaia. And we have definitely been to one side of the thing. And Father Time wants us to not forget the gifts that Mother Gaia has given us over time, including the birth and the restoration of things. So when I'm bringing up the birth chart and I'm bringing up this sort of thing, this is what it makes me think of. It makes me think of the birth chart as well as a clock, as well as a compass, not only noting where you fall at in your timeline, but where your latitude, longitude is in this world. And a lot of us have gotten so caught up with the shallow knowledge of this world that we've forgotten the inner pieces of us. And at first, when you look at it, you think of a clock, and this is how it is. This is how the world is. You're only looking at the time. You're only looking at the time. You're not looking at the space. You're not looking at the place in where you are at the time. And this is how we've gotten away from the original teachings, because we all look at the clock. And the clock is just very simple characters. It has the dot in the middle, the two arms, and it has the seconds and the minutes and things of that nature. But once you get past it, you remember that there's coils, there's things, there's cogs, there's turnings, there's there's the sun up, the sun down. And do you remember that you have daylight saving time, and then you have the time when the sun goes down faster, right? That's daylight saving times, and you got a time when the day is shorter. Those things matter. And once we get past the shallow parts of it and go back into the deeper parts, we'll realize that we need the seeds of life. We need things to grow. We need fruit with seeds in them. We need to see the bumblebees do the dance, the march of the bees. We need to go back to the birds and the bees actually talking about that, and not waiting on our education system to do that, so that we could harp on the education system about something that we definitely need to be talking about way before. Um, these conversations need to be had over and over again. We need to talk about the creepy family members that come in. We also need to get rid of the creepy family members and expose them, just as much as you want to say, oh, that person is promiscuous, or that person allowed something to happen. How about get the person who did it, instead of trying to, you know, shame the victim? Get the person who did it. Sometimes it's easier to get the person who's non confrontational because they're confrontational. But if you used your numbers to shame the victim, why not use your numbers to shame the suspect? I mean, when you guys do the witch hunt thing and you go after the one innocent woman with no tools and no weapons, what makes you not say maybe that man has some investment in shutting her up? Maybe he did do something to her. And it's vice versa. Sometimes maybe that woman did do something to that man. Will not the facts even be taken into consideration? Or do we just judge and jury people to death? Okay, so like I said, you throwing rocks, you hide your hands, right? But when it happens to you, you want shielding, you want comfort. So let's not do the selective outrage here, the selective outrage. Thank you for that paragraph. I'm not going to read it. Okay. Have a great one. It's because I'm on a time constraint. So, alrighty, we started in Libra, and this was just balancing the scales. This is what I was saying. I'm talking to balance the scales of the knowledge that we are going to receive today. There are some people that are doing quite well as this wheel of fortune turns, and there are some people who are not going to be doing well at all, because karma has to happen. These things have to pass. These things have to happen because it is proof that No one is bigger than the program. And if we allow everyone to get away with things, this place will be a lawless land. So God has to come and show forth that he is here, and he is here to right things. And he does not want the people that he has saved to get their hands dirty because someone else would like to pull them down and make them not able to go into the land of milk and honey. Some people will want you to cut off yourself from the land of milk and honey because they have found themselves cut off. They have now opened their eyes and realized that they have handled way more things than they should have, and they have definitely taken away their chance at getting into those golden gates. And instead of them repent and atone and actually go back and try to, and go to God and give up those things and surrender those things, they would just rather just get you out of your blessing. They would rather just fool you out of your blessing and trick you out of your spot. So just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? There can be heaven on earth, but there's definitely heaven after. So you just want to make sure you don't have to wait for heaven. You don't have to wait until you leave this earth for heaven. But are you heavenly to yourself? Are you heavenly to this world? Or are you just entitled? You see heaven and you want to reach out for it, but you have not prepared for heaven. You do not hold heaven in your heart. Okay, you're not light as a feather. You always have gripes. You put your hands to things knowing that you do not want to do them. You put your hands to things not knowing that you are destroying them because you're griping about it. Okay, the negativity in your heart can destroy such a good thing. Okay, so let's go on from Libra. So let me do the second spread for the actual Libra zodiac. Oh yeah, and the number was 10, 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Cups has no number. So again, that was 20. That was 20 because it was 10, 10, which brought that down to a 2. And we did read Psalms 2 this morning, which is balancing the polarities. There will always be good just as much as there will always be evil. We just have to understand it when it's happening in our time. And it can happen from the same person. The same person can do good, and the same person can do evil. We all have a choice. Free will is the only thing that we're not free to give away. Okay. 9 of Cups for somebody. Okay, Libra, let's get into the energy. Hi, good morning. Let me put my disco ball away. It is a little distracting. I love it though. I love it though. I'm very surprised that Alex hasn't gotten to it and decided to play with it because I found out that he destroyed one of my most expensive sweaters, right? He got into some bleach, right? He was in the basement and I was probably in the kitchen cleaning and he got into some bleach. I smelled it before he even got upstairs. I was like, I smell it, chlorine. So he's sitting there and he's like panicking because he knows he did something wrong, but he's still curious. So you can't really get too mad because he's curious and he's got to find out. But that was my damn sweater. It was too late for me to get upset because the damn sweater was dried. So you don't get them after the fact. So I was a little pissed, but I showed him the sweater and he was looking at me. And he was backing up when I was showing him the sweater. So he knew that I was pissed off. So I just left him alone because the sweater was dry. So someone has visions of grandeur. This is a 7 of Cups, and this is a 6 of Cups, which is bringing us to a 13, which is a that's death and transformation. That's the death. Death and transformation is a 13, and that means someone is starting to see things in a better light. Okay, Libra, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because we dominate these time constraints, and the last one is Virgo. 10 of Pentacles is the third 10 that just came out, right? So that's wow, that's the third 10. And then we've got 19 right afterwards, and boom. So someone is getting to the money. The Libra, something is getting back restored for Libra. There will be groups. People are coming back into family. They're coming back into social situations. And there's illumination. Now that you've come back into the situation, people know who you are. So some people are having great memories. Some people are having great memories, Leo, but they are hip to who you are. So somebody does have this type of reputation. They're known as the player, the pimp, and they also can be seen as a simp by some people. Okay, so Yeah, when you come back out, you won't be coming back out with a clean reputation. People will know of you and know the things that you do. However, there will be some people that will receive you, and there will be some people who just don't care because they know who you are now. And that's pretty much all right with me. Hopefully, it's all right with you, people knowing who you are. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, you don't have the same reputation as a Diddy. Okay. So, yeah. So, Libra, it's all out now. So now that you're back out into your social setting, hopefully you can live with yourself. There it is. And good morning to you. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups came out, and that is at the Libra, that's Scorpio, right? Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups for Scorpio. Yep, she came right out. She came right out as the Six of Cups. All right, Scorpio, you got Lady in Red. Lady in Red. All right, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles and we've got the Six of Cups and we've got the Nine of Swords. 6 9 6 9 6 9. All right, so somebody has reverse. All right, so we've got the Scorpio and Gemini signs out here, and somebody has lost sleep as they see that someone is getting give and take. They've got the Queen of Pentacles. She's here in all her grandeur. She is very self-centered. She's into herself. How although the animals love her. So it's not so much as self-centered. She's just paying attention to what she's got going on. Her mind is on her money and her money is on her mind. There will be equal give and take, and somebody will be crying their ass off about it. Okay, there is anguish about this Queen of Pentacles getting give and take. This is Gemini energy, Gemini feminine energy. I don't know if it's a Gemini man, but it's definitely a Gemini energy. Gemini Scorpio energy, like I said, this is a sun. This is a sun card, elimination, that sort of thing. And that's the Scorpio. There will definitely be equal give and take. I like these two characters here. So hopefully someone gets over that. Scorpio season, Scorpio Gemini. Man or woman, take what resonates. There's somebody who's keeping their business together. They will be receiving equal give and take. And there's just this one character that's losing sleep and crying anguish over it. I don't know, honey. Do what you got to do, but get over it. It's going to be okay. Find someone that you don't have to cry over. It'll be fine. All right, Scorpio, that was you. Or sun, moon, rising. Something's in your chart. What's going on? Someone does not like the fact that you're able to take care of yourself and you're not focused on them. They're going to cry themselves in the bed or in the car. Someone's sleeping in the car or living in the car, but someone's crying. Or if not physically crying, they're upset about it. They're talking shit about it. They don't like it. They don't like your situation. Okay, so now we're getting over to the Sagittarius. Hello, good morning. Do you graduate in spring 2026? Judgment is here. Being as though it's really up to you. I don't know. You're going to bullshit. You're going to bullshit till the last minute, and you might graduate by the skin of your teeth. But I'm gonna need you to take some time to think about that. You asked me, will you graduate? Who's doing that homework? Who's paying that bill? Who has to do those assignments? Now, I'm not saying that you won't graduate, but if you're asking me, you're going to do this shit by the skin of your teeth. Get to your studies. Do not waste your money or your time. Get that money. All right, so judgment is here, which is the 20 straight off the top. We're getting a lot of twos this morning. 222 so far. 21, the world. What is going on? Sagittarius, what are you doing? That's my mirror sign. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I'm like, all right, so 2. Another 2. Another 2. All right, so let's go with it. Sagittarius, let's go. You are really in my energy this morning. So we've got the 20 for judgment, and we got the 21 for the world, which is 41. Then we've got the 2 of swords, which is bringing that to 43. Somebody's 43 this morning. Somebody's 43, 44, 43, 44, 43, 44, 43. Because that's a two of swords. So somebody's got to make a very, very heavy decision. It's about the world. I can't make this crap up. I've been getting twos all morning. I started off with the 20th Psalms, right? In every reading, we end up with a bunch of this. Okay, so yeah, this is what we got going on. And like I said, 20 is the judgment. So somebody's definitely going through judgment, whether it be good or bad in Sagittarius season, or the person has Sagittarius in their chart. I think this is either, I think that's Mercury or something like that. Let me see. I don't want to guess because judgment. Judgment. Mercury. That's Mercury. Yep. That's what I was saying. All right. So there's Mercury in judgment, right? Power of manifestation having a strong influence, right? So right now we're in Pisces season. In Pisces season, there's high manifestations, possibilities for those who are on the North Node, or who are aligned, who are in alignment, right? And then we've got the world, right? We've got the world that came out right afterwards. Let's get into it. I love it when it comes out like this because it gives me a chance to talk. And I said I didn't want to talk. Now I'm talking. Now I'm talking. Saturn. So that little cross with the T, cross with the hump is Saturn. Feeling completed integration of opposites. So definitely someone is definitely in grading their duality, and they have made a decision. This resonates with me very, very much. So like I was saying about religion and spirituality and things of that nature, and how a lot of people, they like to do that selective outrage when it comes to certain things, like I was mentioning about the Bible and tarot and things of that nature, and how everybody will sit there and judge you about doing tarot and reading the Bible and things, but they won't say anything to the pedophile in the room. They won't say anything to the rapist. They won't say anything to the scammer. They won't even say nothing to the one that steals everything out of the house. You know, the one that made you start ordering that porta potty instead of letting people go in your bathroom to use, go in the house to use the bathroom, that type of thing. But you still invite them to the thing, but you don't tell people they steal. But you do tell people who people sleep with. You do tell people who don't pay their bills. You do talk about people's kids. You do talk about this. You talk about people's hair. You talk about people's shape. But you don't talk about that husband that will not stop ogling them kids. You will not talk about that wife that keep popping them pills. Mm-hmm. The one that stank for half an hour after she used the bathroom. That one. You will not talk about how y'all passing back and forth STDs and then inviting everybody to the damn picnic and making sure that people don't switch cups. We not talking about that now, well, will we? But we gonna talk about this good tarot. We gonna talk about the Bible. We gonna talk about people we don't know. We gonna talk about people who won't even come near us no more because we talk about people. Yeah, we gonna talk about people who we actually pay for friendship for, and then gonna tell somebody, oh, they just around for money. But of course they just around for money, because you're not a good person unless you got some money. Mm. Did I hit a dog and did it holler this morning? All right, so yeah, that's what's going on, Sagittarius. So somebody is being very precise in Sagittarius season. Their duality is they have chose to go on and make the decision of doing what they need to do, because guess what? People want to talk about you no matter what. But the big thing is the Big 10. A lot of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all done did the 7 deadly sins. So it's going to be very hard for you to break your generational curse, being as though you brought the generational curse up into your generation. So I'm gonna need you to start handling that, or not. Just step to the, step over there and do your thing. But yeah, so the duality is definitely coming forward in Sagittarius. Sagittarius moon, rising, sun sign, Mercury, Saturn, moon energy, and this is back to Libra. So scales are definitely balancing out. weigh in on yourself before somebody else does it, because I'm telling you, some people want to lead you astray all because they've been astray all along, and they don't want to tell you, and they don't want to admit it. I hate when drug dealers say you ran a light. Sir, we're both breaking the law. Like, we're both breaking the law. Although both of us are wrong, I'm gonna need you to really pay attention to your own crime. That part. Yeah, so that's true for Sagittarius. So go forward and pick your pick what side you want to be on and be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? So don't be phony to yourself just because you're looking for somebody to say, yeah. You're looking for somebody to say, yeah, you go on and do that. No. Some people would love to see you bring yourself down. So you keep looking for that outside validation if you want to. Some people would love to see you set yourself on fire. Are they going to do it themselves? No. Are they going to tell you? No. They're just going to sit you next to that heater while you have on that very, very highly flammable jacket. Yeah. And ask you if you're warm. Yeah. Not doing that. Okay. So now we're getting on to Capricorn. How are you, Capricorn? We started off in Libra, so we're ending off in Virgo. Oh. And we've got the Page of Swords that just flew right into my lap. I don't know why. There's a Capricorn, and it looks like it has on leggings, booties, and a camisole, and it's like a man, woman, woman, man. We talk about this character all the time, and then Prince comes right on out. I'm not lying to you. He's not Prince, but he looks like Prince. So there's somebody who's probably trying to get a sex change, or they're probably figuring out that they need to get a sex change, or something like that. They're operating in the middle somewhere. This is what I can tell by this. And the 10 came out again, right? The 10 in Gemini. So this might not be a Gemini energy. This might be somebody who has split personalities, or they live a double life, or living a double life, or someone might be just trying to get this money so that they can get a sex change because they're tired of living the tortured life of being a man or being a woman, and they want to be something else. And this is how I get this. Somebody doesn't want me to talk, so I'm definitely on the nose with this. Death and transformation right here. Even though it does not see death and transformation, it says ten of swords, like somebody's being betrayed. So maybe this was someone's secret and they feel betrayed that this came out, but it's all in the energy, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir. We, him, shim, whatever you want to damn be called. I don't know. So we got the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. So this person has probably been confused since early youth. Not early youth, but like from late teens to now. Because they still got on boots. Both of them got on boots. Both of them got on these heels and these boots. I like booties too. See? And although I'm sure that this might be a woman at some point, it's just it's the angular features that get me, that make me feel as though this is a person that actually wants to either change sexes, or they see themselves like this. Like they're interchangeable or something. And then we have this as a whole. This person just looks proud. I'm hitting this on the mark because my mouth is the blah, 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 blah. Right. So yeah. And it's a lot of fish here. So maybe it's a Pisces man, or Pisces sun, moon, rising, or it just happened in Pisces season where somebody's definitely showing themselves. Somebody just came out the closet. Well, I just took them out the closet. Excuse me while I hide. Because he's trapped in the closet. Okay. Fabuloso. What's in the closet? You got some good labels in there? I'm just saying. Look, I don't call it that. Look, Some men are gay and some men are mad. Okay. I don't know. So this person, when they finally get to the point of acceptance, maybe they could chill out like this. But something tells me that this person is really at a war with themselves over this. I don't know. There are some people that are gay, and then there's some people that are mad, and they're not straight. I don't know, but seems like they betrayed or they feel betrayed that the secret is coming out or whatever is coming out. But the only person that they're betraying is themselves. I mean, the longer you hide it, the more torture you're going to give out to people. One, if you're hiding it and you're sleeping with people, whoever you're sleeping with, I don't know nobody who want to be a secret. So if you are sleeping with somebody and you're keeping it a secret of what your sexuality is or what you do or whatever, whatever, someone's hurting because of it because you're making them have to hide. Especially if that person has feelings for you, you're making them have to hide their feelings from you because you want to pretend to be something else. And basically, that's false imprisonment of someone's heart. That's future faking, that's wrong. And you're basically doing you wrong and someone else wrong at the same time. And God forbid you're messing with somebody else, you're doing a lot of people wrong. And if you have a family that's trying to support you in one life and they don't know about another life, that's wrong. And if you have a family that's supporting you in both lives and there's somebody who does not know about this, that's wrong too. So all of it is selfish as long as you're living a lie. So get right or something, get right, get tight, because I can tell you some people who get played for a fool like this, they eventually get aggressive and they lose their damn mind. So people don't like to be secrets. And honestly, the people who hold the secrets the hardest, they end up suffering the worst. They end up with autoimmune diseases, they end up with lupus, cancer, Crohn's disease, sickle cell anemia, those sort of things. And I'm telling you, the ones that I've witnessed get this is usually people who harbor a lot of bad choices. They keep a lot of animosity, they keep a lot of secrets. And I'm not talking about this like, oh, the what where the sock went to. I'm talking about they keep secrets. They keep secrets that can change the trajectory of people's lives. Those type of secrets. Soap opera secrets. Those people end up with autoimmune diseases because they had chances on chances on chances to save lives based on the knowledge that they had. I'll repeat. They had chances on top of chances to save lives based on the knowledge that they had. Okay, Capricorn. So if you're a Capricorn and this is your situation, and this is my good ear, I'm right. So somebody's dealing with a sexuality situation. All right, I'm going into Pisces. There's a Capricorn situation and where they know it's a secret, it's a deep secret, and lives could have been changed had they just definitely justice. High priestess. Boom. Four wands. Okay, Pisces, stand up. Capricorn, that was your reading. Try not to live a lie going forward because you're torturing yourself and other people. Be truthful and honest and transparent. That's going to be the best way for you because as you get older, that stuff weighs down on your health. That stuff can definitely affect you, give you an aneurysm, that sort of things. And this is what people don't understand. A lot of the older people in your life, when they get older and they start going through ailments that you don't understand and they just come out of nowhere, they're not coming out of nowhere. They're coming from the inside and they're manifesting on the outside. A lot of times they're not having the conversations that they need to have. They're not telling the truth that they need to have. Some of us need to admit that even though our parents got married, that wasn't the thing. That was a shotgun marriage. A lot of us came from shotgun marriages. A lot of us came from hookups that should have never hooked up. A lot of us came from witchcraft and hearsay. Witchcraft meaning love spells, triangulation, you know, that young girl seen that man that was married taking care of his wife, so she decided that she was going to throw her shot because she needed some money, so she went on and got pregnant Went on and got pregnant because she thought she looked better than his wife. Went on and got pregnant and pressured the man into marrying him, to the point where she even got her brothers and all that to threaten him to marry her, even though he was already in a marriage. She threatened his life and got him to marry her while she was pregnant because she didn't want to look bad. But the thing about it is, you already done messed with a married man. So you could go get married. You can go in the back of the church and act all holier than thou. But the fact is that was a shotgun marriage, whether you admit to it or not. Whether y'all was married when that baby came out or not, that was an illegitimate, that was a trick baby. And a lot of us don't understand that we came about through triangulation, someone needing a place to stay, someone needing a check to come, someone needed to feed the other baby, so they made more babies with somebody who had money, because the first few babies that they had, they made with a bum. Let's just tell the facts. A lot of us were not planned kids. It happened, and as a last resort, somebody said, all right, let's get married so it don't look too bad. But the origination was bad. You went over there thinking you was gonna get a couple dollars from the man. The man shot up the thing because he said, "No, I want to feel this. I want to feel this." Even though he ain't got a feeling in his soul for you or whatever's gonna come out of you, he wanted to feel that. You let him feel that, and you felt some cash in your hand, and boom, now we got babies. Now y'all sitting there lying to these kids for years. Oh, I love you. I loved your mother. We met. You lying ass. She needed a couple dollars. You had a couple dollars and you didn't want to wear a condom. And y'all sat there and told that baby all them damn lies. And now that baby sitting there, y'all talking, y'all comparing fathers, trying to figure out what the hell is going on in these sheets within my home. Baby, please let me explain before we start the fortune. How about this shit? How did I get into this? Ooh. Hey, hey, well. Mhm. I think you better leave this place, cause Ronald's about to catch a case. Ain't contagious. You're outrageous. Don't give me what you got. So Pisces, high intuition. We've got justice. We've got the high priestess. We've got the four of wands. So highly manifestations in this situation. Okay, we've got the high priestess out with the justice, so we already know. I've already called it. You've already called it. We've already called it. Justice will take precedence right now. This is the year of the fire horse, and the high priestess is out. We've got the 11 to the 2, and what's the 11 to the 2? That is the 13. That is the transformation, the definite transformation. Once we get to the 13, and the 13 go to the 4, which is 17, which brings that to an 8, which is highly karmic. So everything is being evened out once again by the balancing of the polarities. We will now see who is wrong, who is right, who is to the left, who is to the right, who is good and who is evil. Now we get to see through the veil who's good and bad and pick a side. That is what this is. Pisces, this is where we go. You pick your soul team and you go with that. All right. Woo. Aries season popping out. We got that 4. So something about April. April the 5th. Some between April and May. Something's happening between April and May. Okay. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior, and then we've got the Sun out, and then we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I love this 10. The fact that this 10 is coming out, which means wish fulfillment is coming for someone. Indeed. This wasn't the original. This is not the pull for Aries. This is just cards that just popped out. I just needed to look at them. $29, $29.9, $29.12. over 2, 6, equal give and take. Okay, so yeah, let's do Aries. Okay. So we've got the Temperance, then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, then we've got turn it over. Turn it over. Let's turn it over. Okay. 14, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So we've got the Temperance, then we cut that in half to the 7 of Pentacles. Why did we do that instead of going to 21, which was the 3 to the 8, 38 and 83? Somebody's 43. Or somebody's 38. It's somebody between 38 and 43. So somebody is maybe 39, 40. And Saturn is trying to get to these pentacles. So he's trying to harvest pentacles. And the 8 of Wands, quick, fast opportunities. So it's an opportunity. It's like a grab bag. They're flying in the air. They've got the birds. They're coming in fast. There's water and earth here, Sagittarius. So there's definitely fire, precise. So you have to pick a precise decision. You have to actually be mindful of your temperament going forward. In this Aries energy, there are pentacles to till to. You got to make sure that your money is actually being tilled. Make sure that you're growing your money. You're paying attention. You're being very wise about your investments, because this can make your money grow very, very fast. So slow and steady wins the race during Aries season. I see Sagittarius twice. Also see Taurian energy, Mercury, Saturn, Mercury and Saturn. The numbers for this: 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 plus 8 is 20. No, 21 plus 8. 29, 11. Bring us back to 2. So it's balancing out the polarities again, bringing us back to 2. But that's the 11. 11 is Ascended Master 11. Hi. There's the Aries on the way. The Eye of Horus. Ever watchful eye. It's someone that's very focused, and it's almost like they don't blink. Do you get any sleep, or you just always watching? You're going to go into derision. All right, so getting into Taurus. Someone doesn't get any sleep. Their eye is always open. It's like they're so paranoid about something happening without them seeing it. They don't ever get any sleep. Good morning. Yeah, somebody doesn't get a lot of sleep. They aren't sleeping well. Okay, so there's a Queen of Swords that cuts someone off. This is the there's a Taurus that cuts someone off. Oh yeah, there's some, or Aries, or this is Aries. Okay. There's a Queen of Swords that cuts someone off. There's a lot of heart fog and anguish. Then there's a Tower moment. Someone is actually falling from whatever the high horse they had going on. And now we've got the Fool. Someone wants to take a fresh chance. They want to start a new beginning. I've got the Queen of Swords. Then we got the Three of Swords. Then we've got the Tower. The Tower is 16. 3 plus 16 is 19, which is the 10. We're back to this 10, okay? So wish fulfillment is coming in, Aries. Someone got cut off. There was a heart fog. There was a change of attitude. Tower happened. Tower moment happened. Uranus. We're back in the Fool. And this is how this went. It went four cards for Aries. The Queen of Swords. She said, come here. Let me cut you off. Created a lot of heart fog. A lot of anguish. Whatever. Rain. It comes. It goes. Tower moment. Boom. Transformation. Awakening. Enlightenment. Eye of Horus. All-seeing, ever-knowing. Fool card. After you fall off the tower, you begin to live again. There you go. Refresh, restoration, boom. All of that. Excuse me, karmic. I'm so sorry I keep belching and it's disgusting. But it still brought us back to a 10. And when you do it a 10, you turn it into a 1. So you are the one. You're the one, Aries. You are the one. Take care of yourself, hon. You are the job. You are the business. It is all about you. Okay, Aries? So, yeah, sometimes we've got to go through heartbreak and cutting people off and getting rid of the things that we no longer need or don't serve us. And then we go into seeing and knowing and opening our third eye. And this is what happens with the Eye of Horus. Once you have the Tower moment, you realize who you are in relation to all the things that are not. Yeah, in relation to all the things that are not who you are. And then you come out beautifully restored and dressed in your most authentic threads. Innocence, loyal, you're loyal to yourself. The sun is shining. Restoration is here for you. You have a bold banner of confidence and you should go forward. Okay. So, yeah, Aries season is definitely going to be one of the best seasons ever, both for an Aries and for some people, doesn't matter what sign in Aries season, they're going to be realizing with this spring renewal, this equinox, this time forward, this the bringing of the flowers, people are actually going to give their own selves flowers. And then they're going to be able to pick which flowers that they like. And then the people that like them flowers too are going to come over and they're going to have a garden party. Yay. Tea. If this mug wasn't so heavy, I'd be able to put my pinky up. The fact that we match. Okay, so that's what I had for Aries. So let's do the Taurus, 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 Taurus. Hi, bullies. Hi, bullies. How you doing, boys? How are you? So embarrassing. The devil comes straight out on you. Hermit and Chariot. So, Taurus, are you hiding the fact that you are moving very fast? Something's moving very fast for you. It seems like somebody's obsessed. Taurus, we got Capricorn and Virgo energy, which is a lot of earth, which is fixed. So someone is fixated, not only obsessed, but fixated on something moving very, very fast. We've got the 15, the 9, and the 7. The 7 is the Chariot, and that is Cancer energy. So the emotions are moving pretty fast and they're very flip floppy. So this Taurus is basically holding themselves in discipline or holding themselves away or holding themselves while they're in hermit mode. And these emotions are flip flopping. This person, are you bipolar or should you seek medication or some type of services? This looks like somebody is definitely crashing out behind the scenes. They don't know how they feel from time to time. And this is beginning to create a bit of pressure. Um, I don't know if this person is hiding this completely because I see the hermit card, but that somebody needs some help and some support. They may not know that they need help and support because they're trying to hide it, but they're going back and forth between the light and the dark really, really fast. And it's like flittering, flittering, flittering. Their reasoning is going up in smoke as they're flittering. So somebody needs help. And this is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer energy. Somebody, whoever is in this fixed Taurian energy, is definitely having some discombobulation going on in their emotions. This is the 15 that came out, the Hermit afterwards. Thank God I don't have to hold my finger like that. And the Chariot, which is those light and dark feelings in Cancer. Lots and lots of emotion splashing about. It's very volatile, whatever it is. They're going back and forth, this volatile feeling. So maybe they do have a prescription, or maybe they do need to see a counselor, or maybe they just need to take a rest and get away for a little bit, go into a real hermit mode, because this doesn't look good. Okay, Taurus, get some help, get some support, drink some water, switch your diet, take a poop. sit on a toilet, get rid of whatever it is and on the inside of you. And maybe if you're not journaling, go and lay on the lady's couch or something. Talk to the man in the chair. I do not know, but there is something that can be helped. You might need to see your primary care doctor to get a referral. So if that is what you can do it. Okay. You want to save yourself before it gets too bad, and that can create things with your innards as well that can affect a lot of your that can affect your heart, that can give you heart palpitations. It can also give you a weak heart. um a lot of the emotions, when you feel them so hard and intensely, they do affect the organs in your body, your brain, your heart, everything is affected. Your nervous system, definitely. Definitely. When you have been abused for long periods of time, your nervous system can definitely dysregulate. And if you have been the one abusing you for a long period of time, we have no idea how you have changed your frontal lobe, the frontal lobe of your brain. If you've ever had any concussions, that can also change the way your frontal lobe works. It changes the way you compute and process emotions, just like love and things. I don't know if you've ever seen Waterboy, but the medulla oblongata is definitely a thing. It is not mythical and just not privy to that movie. It is a thing. And if your frontal lobe has any damage to it, long periods of lying, sociology attacks, social attacks, abuse, just financial, physical, emotional abuse, things of that nature, it will affect the way you process things in your frontal lobe. And this is one of the movies I can best display that, and it's kind of funny, is Waterboy. He was abused by his mom over a period of time. Although her intent, it didn't seem abusive at the time. It was. She was upset about the situation that happened with the father. The father was a future faker. He pretended as though he was this big get rich money person, got her pregnant, and left her with the baby immediately. Even though she did at some point in some way love that child, she was openly abusive to that child. She was coercive to that child. She was emotionally abusive to that child. She was financially abusive to that child. She would not let that child thrive. She would not let that child be educated. She would not even admit to the fact that the child actually had um, some natural talent. Yeah, a lot of us unfortunately did not know that we were Bobby Boucher, Waterboy. So yeah, when you have a parent who hasn't grown into their full potential and will not grow into their full potential. They just fell into survival mode and that's what they stayed in. Unfortunately, that parent will change and will become your biggest abuser because they were not able to abuse the other parent. You have now become their proverbial punching bag for the rest of your life. You're not a black sheep. You were had by the black sheep. The black sheep had you and then projected their reputation onto you by way of parentage. Hope this helps. Okay, so that was for Taurus. That was for Taurus, 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 Taurus. Jeez. I just felt like I needed to pull three more cards for Taurus before I got over to Gemini. All right, Ace of Pentacles. So we're definitely going through the portal of Pentacles and definitely going through an awakening. Someone's ready to go forward. They have been betrayed. They do feel betrayed. This is the Ten of Swords. They're starting to see who betrayed them, okay? And now they're turning around to this Gemini, which is this Ten of Cups, this Queen of Cups. And who knows? So maybe they're becoming the Queen of Cups, masculine or feminine. They're becoming the Queen of Cups. They're starting to nurture and see what they actually have. They're starting to become intuitive. They're starting to open up to the fact that they are abundant and they have things. But sometimes you have to realize that you were Bobby Boucher. Your parent is definitely trying to live vicariously through you and to see you actually fall in love with Vicky Valentine. That shit just played out so funny in my head. To see you fall in love with Vicky Valentine would be a monstrous thing, because not only is Vicky Valentine nothing like your mom, but Vicky Valentine can kick your mom's ass. And some guys will not go into a relationship with someone who's actually tougher than their mom. And it's vice versa. Some guys will not go into a relationship with a woman who's had a dad, or who got a dad that's tougher than them, or knows better than them, or can put them in a better position than with them. Some guys don't like that. And the same goes for some girls, you know. They don't want you to be with someone that could be better than them, or could show you better, or could kick your ass. So remember how that played out. It's not that his mother hated him, she hated the father. And because she hated the father, she didn't realize that she hated her son. And despite her always saying, "Oh, I love my boy," her actions were opposite, okay? And it took for her to damn near get into a spat with Vicky Valentine for her to realize, you're not loving your kid right. And I want to love him like a grown woman should. I don't want to love him like you want to love him. I want to love him like a man. You want to love him like a little boy that you hate because of his dad. You don't want to love him like I want to love him. And he actually had to go against his mom. He was upset with Vicky because he felt as though his mom was the answer, because his mom had somehow kept him alive, although at this much of a margin, right? So he felt as though his mom knew right, because his mom didn't kill him per se. But the thing of the matter is, she was killing his reputation. She was killing his opportunities. She was killing his chances for love. She was killing his chances for a good damn meal that didn't involve gators. Even though that gator shit kind of looked good. I've had gator nuggets. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So even though the mom was wild and she had her ways, some of the shit was kind of fun looking, but the thing of the matter was, she was damaging to Bobby. Bobby was never going to get out of that house from his mom. He was going to be his mom's forever boyfriend, even though that was her son. Weird shit. And it's happening today just like that. So yeah, just because of that, he wasn't able to grow. But once he met Vicky Valentine, and she showed him that not only can you get education, you can still be backwards as hell. You can still have fun. You can still be Bobby, but you could be Bobby and more. You could be Bobby plus. You could be your mom's son, your daddy's like thorn in the side, because daddy only came back once he seen he can make money. And his dad only came back to get money from his father. The dad only came back because of the status. Other than that, that man, that cockeyed man, was all the way in the wind, and he was not coming back. Okay. Both of the parents was kind of loopy anyway, but regardless of what, the mom still stayed. Even though she was damaging the shit out of the boy, she still stayed. Dad was in the wind. So shout out to the Bobby Bouchers. I'm Bobby Boucher. Some of us can never admit that. I have been Bobby Boucher, okay? Even though it does appear that he had a lot more fun and support. Cut his freaking head off. I almost want to watch that movie this morning. Cut this freaking head off, and see how everybody was after him in the beginning, and then after a while, everybody was cheering Bobby on. I guess sometimes you got to go through the hate, 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 hate. All right, so that was for you, Taurus. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. We're almost done. How you doing this morning? I'm in the mood for love. simply because you're near me. Haha. Remember that frog that used to dance on, I don't know if it was TV 54, 45, whatever. It was a frog and they danced and they put it in a tuxedo. WB. It was on WB. It was a frog. But there was also another frog that used to sing. Excuse me. I think that was on the cartoons. I think it was Bugs Bunny or something. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Eight, 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 88, eight, 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 80 gate, eight, 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 the gate. 888. I don't know if it's a Virgo that's like got all this stuff going on, a Leo Virgo, or somebody was born in 88. Somebody went to the school 88. What school was 88? I'm gonna have to look this stuff up because when it pops up on me, let me write this down. Okay, write that down. 88. I'm gonna look up this school. I'm gonna tell you about it later on. 88. It's a school 88. But the 8 keep popping up. Subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I've got to talk to you about all of these things that I've been discovering. And I'm sure you've got things that you've discovered too. But that 88, I don't know let's get that 88. It was the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. I mean, the 8 of somethings. It was the 8 of somethings. It was 2 8s. And then I shuffled. Okay, so okay. All right, Cancer, let's go. Let's go, Cancer. We did Gemini. Cancer. Justice, Temperance, and Devil. Y'all keep coming out like that. Justice, Temperance, and the Devil. What's going on? What keep coming out like that? And we're in Cancer. So it's Libra, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So Cancer, what's going on? Justice, you're trying to hold on to something, but you are definitely obsessed or fixated on something. Something's definitely got you obsessed. Justice and Temperance, you are obsessed with watching the Justice and Temperance. You're obsessed with watching Justice and Temperance. So you've just been watching the show, Cancer. There's a Cancer that has just been watching the show. A Cancer energy. To take what energies resonate is Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. This is the Cancer reading. So if it's Moon, Sun, Rising, there has been a Cancer that is just nosy. It's all hell. They just want to watch. They've been just watching things unfold. Even if they have put a few pieces into the game themselves, they've just been watching. They've been obsessed with watching Temperance and Justice unfold. They've been watching, whether it's justice against them or not. They've just been enjoying the show. Take what resonates, because this is funny. Like, this is like TV to them. So you watch tarot. You're watching, you're obsessed, you're fixated on it because you're watching people go back and forth. You'd like to see the outcome of the things that you do. Is this a warlock that's doing things behind the scene and watching things roll out? Because it seems like this Temperance seems like more like observance and not temperance. You see how she's sitting there over top of the cauldron and she's pouring shit in and she's watching what happens come out, right? You see it? This is what makes me think that this person is getting justice by watching the results of things. They're watching something. Is this the person that did that truth serum? Or is this person that's just trying to watch everybody, watch all the moving pieces as they do stuff behind the scenes? Because this seems very interesting. It doesn't seem any bad or good. It just seems like it's watching, it's observing. Is this what I'm seeing? Put it in the chat if this is what I'm watching. I'm watching someone watching me. I've been watching you, watching me. Mm-mm-mm. I've been watching you, watching me. This is what I get from these cards. I've been watching you, watching me. I'm to walk off from that, Cancer, because it really doesn't seem to be anything we can do but watch, right? Because that's what you're doing, okay? So we're both going to be taking our notes and watching to see this justice and this temperance play out. So I think that's all fair in love and war, right? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. All right. Okay, Cancer. That was your moment. All right. So 88. The School of Charms. I don't know. I just said that. I'm going to look it up. 88. But I'm thinking the School of Charms. Yeah, I'm getting out of Cancer right now. Leo, how are you, Leo? Because we got one more to do after Leo, which is Virgo. That's it, because we started off in Libra. Okay, so let's go. 125. I didn't do 2 hours this morning. Whoa, the cards just exploded. And we've got the Eight of Cups. 888. What is going on with these eights? 88888. I'm gonna break out that gate. 88888. Sorry, you can't be late. 88888. I'ma go get back straight. 88888. This gonna be your fate. That was a freestyle that just came out from no apparent reason. It's just because I keep seeing the eights. That's something I used to do in traffic a lot, is freestyle. If I wasn't freestyling, I would actually be just like making up jokes. And one day I was freestyling in the car, and I was so good. And then I started like lunching on people. And next thing you know, I was like, I really should be at somebody's open mic making people laugh, because I'm a little retarded sometimes. I embrace it. Got a lot of words I don't use. So I try to put sprinkles on them. Magician, Seven of Wands. What is this? Do the math. I'm so sick of this. It's a seven, and it's the magician. And both of them look like they doing the same damn thing. 88888. Cause it can't be too late. 88888. This got to be my fate. 88888. I just can't be late. 88888. I gotta get out the gate. Yo, I can't get away from these eights this morning. Seven of Wands, Leo, one magician. Boom, manifestation. Here we go. Here we go again. Leo. And look, I said Leo, right? Leo. Look, look. Leo pop right out. I can't make this crap up. Boom. The magician is the highest manifester out there. It has Pisces in its chart, as well as Mercury. Power of manifestation, having strong influence. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, which means that I am training. I am trained highly in Shichitsu, and I can get to you without breaking a sweat. I'm making shit up. But seriously, I think this is what it is. Let me see. As we wind this up, because I'll be having fun in these streets, in these spiritual streets. Standing up for your rights, being assertive. I told you I am training. I am training to kick your ass. Seven of Wands. I am training to kick your ass. So it is Mars Leo. Standing up for your rights and being assertive. So this is the one that will take that stick and rack you over the head with it. Like Rafiki. Rafiki from Ryan King. Yes. Also, this remember oh, guess who this remind me of? Remember that daggone Ocean's 11? Ocean's 8, Ocean's 11, whatever, with George Clooney and the guy. There was a little Asian guy, and he was able to contort his body into this little small space because they was doing a bank robbery. They was doing a heist. I'm in Leo right now. 88888. Somebody's born in August, or somebody put a plan together to happen in August. It was something that's supposed to happen in August. It was a heist. Somebody contorted their body to fit. They contorted their body to fit. They fit themselves into this magician situation. Somebody wasn't even a good fit for it. They wasn't a good fit, or they fit into the situation, but it did not happen. So this is the 88888 situation for the Leo. Let me pull the cards on this, because that was funny how it came up. I can tell you, I kept getting all these 8888888888888. So it's somebody in August. It's somebody. It's either a Leo Virgo, or Virgo Leo, or somebody in August, and they trying to fit into a situation. They trying to push themselves into a situation. I'm saying this as I'm looking at my little baby elephant. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, sneaky energy, stealing, King of Cups. Okay, that I don't know why they got sharp like that. Two of Pentacles, somebody's balancing out the thing. Then it's the Seven of Swords, Aquarius. This is stealing. This is a lot of sneaky energy, stealing. Someone is a sneaky bastard. They stealing. Capricorn, Aquarius, King of Cups. Is it this androgynous motherfucker here? Because this would have seemed like, it seemed like somebody is trying to steal some money so that they can get a sex change, or they can help somebody get a sex change. I ain't lying to you. And they can help somebody live a double life, or yeah, help somebody be pretty. Now, if this is a masculine female, somebody is being very sneaky, either towards this masculine female or for this masculine female. We're in Leo's sign. Leo, Virgo, cusp. Leo, it could be a Virgo. Doesn't matter. August is split between. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, King of Cups. 2 plus 7. 2 plus 7 is 9, divine, which means that they're part of a big institution, or it's a religious institution. It's something, it's beliefs, religious something, hierophant, probably. But whatever it is, this is what this person is doing. This is what us this sneakiness have a lot to do with this King of Cups, whether it be masculine or feminine. It's a lot of freaky stuff going on. And it's a lot of people trying to balance out their life through other people's energy and inheritance and influence. And I got Capricorn, Aquarius. So it's a Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp, Jupiter, Moon. Jupiter, Moon is a lot of feelings and intuition in here. A lot of manifestation as well. So someone's being very, very sneaky. They're trying to manifest some type of situation for this King of Cups, masculine or female. It's very sneaky energy. Very, very sneaky. Cannot be trusted energy. So it's a Leo, Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius situation. So it's a bunch of men that's running around hiding and sneaking. Some of them soft, some of them just sneaky, some of them just steal. Some of them are willing to act gay too still. Somebody's willing to act gay for pay. Either way, it's all sneaky. All of it is to balance some pentacles. Somebody's trying to pay their bills or even out their life through somebody else. It doesn't matter how they have to act or behave. That's what they're doing it for. Ulterior motives all over that one. And that was the Leo reading. Ulterior motives all over that one. Whether it's all men or a mix of men and women, it's a lot of masculine energy in that reading, which means that there's a lot of sneakiness, a lot of divisiveness, a lot of strategizing. There is no heart. There was no heart in that reading. That was all pretty much sneakiness, swords, and money. They all backstabbing each other to get positions. What position that is, do not know. Top, bottom, bend, I don't know. Maybe a friend, I don't know. We're in the last. This is the ending of the story. A boom, 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 and a pop-a-dot, boom. The ending of the story. Or would you rather me do this one? This one's real irky. This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because there is a song. Sherry. Sherry. Somebody's name is Sherry. Remember Sherry? Sherry was the main character of the show. I can't remember. Lamb Chops Play Along. Listen to my words. Lamb Chops Play Along, Charlie Horse, Sherry Shepherd, a puppet. My hand is up his ass. This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because there is a okay. That's the hex, that's the song. There is something that's trying to keep going on. It's inexplicable. People don't understand it. Someone wants to continue the curse. Someone wants to continue the generational curse because they know nothing. They don't know anything different. They don't know any other way. To operate in another way would be completely alien to them. However, they want to continue functioning in this way because in order to function some other way, they would have to admit defeat and they would have to admit that they were wrong the whole entire time. There goes that Bobby Boucher's mother. This is the song that doesn't end. Lamb Chops Play Along. Playing along. A lamb. What do we know about a lamb? They lead lambs to slaughter. So there was a lamb that was playing along. Charlie Horse. Remember Charlie Horse? He's a bit of a dick in the show. He's one of the puppets that Sherry has her hand up and she makes him talk to her. She also makes Lamb Chop talk to her. She makes Charlie Horse talk to her. She makes Lamb Chop talk to her. She makes all the friends talk to her. Her name is Sherry. She has curly hair. She doesn't have to be named Shirley, but she's older. She's old as Shirley. Shirley MacLaine. Is it Shirley MacLaine? I think that was Shirley MacLaine. It wasn't Sherry Shepherd. It was Sherry MacLaine. I don't know why I said Sherry Shepherd, but that's because that's a short lady that's very proportioned on her chest, and she had to get a reduction. Okay, so there is a Sherry that did that. But this woman isn't necessarily a Sherry, but it's been a Sherry. It's a matriarch. It's a mom. It's an older woman. It's an older woman who's puppeteering the puppets. And she makes them talk to her. Nobody really wants to talk to her, but it's the money, it's the fame, it's the show, you see. The show must go on. Lamb Chops Play Along. She named it Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop was supposed to be the main character of the show. However, Sherry was the one that made everything move, all the pieces move. So there's a matriarch figure who's puppeteering everyone and she's making the pieces move, although she's very good at making it seem like she's not the one talking. A ventriloquist. That's what a ventriloquist does. It makes the pieces on the board talk without you noticing that it's them, that it's her talking through the pieces. So it's an illusion of sorts. There's a woman that is making other people speak on her behalf and speak on her interests because she does not want to be found out. She does not want to do it herself. So there's someone who's having the dirty work done for them by other people. And this person doesn't want this type of situation to end. They like it. It's been going on for a long time, my friend. A long time, my friend. A long damn time. Repeatedly, over and over again. So Person has been doing this for a very long time. People do not know that she is the one that has her hand up there. You know what? And this person does not have to contact you directly. They don't have to be because they know how to move the pieces. They're ventriloquists. They're very good at moving the pieces without being seen. They're very, 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 very good. But I don't know because it's Sherry. I said Sherry Shepherd, and then I said this Sherry. And all I know is that the Sherry that I see on the show, she's an older woman and she appears to have a soft face and she keeps her hair natural and curly. And this woman that I see on the real show, she is of Jewish descent. I think Sherry, um, what's her face, is the one. Maybe she isn't Jewish. Maybe Sherry is Catholic. I hadn't thought about that. And you know what they say about Catholics. Oh, dark. Okay, so yeah, let's get out of Libra. Let's get ready to get out of Libra real quick because I gotta that just turned a few doors. That just opened a few doors that I didn't even want to see. Then we've got the King of Wands, we got the Nine of Cups, then we've got the Eight of Swords. So basically what I just said. Here's that damn 8. 98. So something happened in the year of 98 or 89. Some was born into bondage in 89. This is for a person specifically who was born into 89, 98. Queen of Wands, there's a Queen of Wands. There's a man with a horse. I'll say it like that. There's a man with a horse. Okay, from what I'm looking at, because I see Pisces and Gemini. Pisces, Jupiter, Gemini. I see 2 Jupiters. The Pisces is in retrograde. The Pisces is in Jupiter retrograde. The Gemini is in the Pisces is in 2 retrogrades. The Gemini is in 1 retrograde. It almost looks like a hurricane season, because that's water and air. We got this King of Wands. This is the last reading. This is Libra. Evening out justice. I'm beating my head. My head is itching. Ooh, intuition. Intuition. Oh my gosh. Okay. 9 of Cups. It's something sitting on my head. And I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about it's some type of knowledge I'm sitting in front of. 98, 89. Somebody was born into bondage. Somebody was born through a 33rd degree Mason and a woman who some would consider a witch, a light worker. And he was born into bondage. They don't understand why they so upset, why they so messed up. It's because you was born between a narcissist and an empath, and your soul wants to go to your bloodline, which is the patriarchy. But you honestly have light in you, and you fight that because of whatever happened between your father and your mother. Someone born in 98 or 89. I don't know why this is so specific. This is like I'm walking through somebody's house right now. You were born in bondage, a specific bondage. Your father is a dark worker. Your mother is a light worker, but your mother has to operate in the dark because of your father. You, in turn, are born in bondage. You have no idea. You have to break a bunch of generational curses. You were born in bondage, which is the 8 of Swords. So you're expected to pay off your parents' karma. One thing that helped me on my journey with this was Shia LaBeouf, Holes. Watch the movie Holes. It ain't deep enough. Dig deeper. You're going to have to do a lot of shadow work. You're going to have to become very aware of who your father and your mother was. And you're also going to have to be aware of who you are going forward, because you are a mixture of both of these people. You are both a mixture of light and the dark. Um, Now is your time to go forward and live your most authentic self. Uh-huh. Um, you're binded by the constraints of whatever religion or whatever way you were brought up and whatever your culture was, you're binded by it. And the only way to release yourself is to become aware of both sides of yourself. Excuse me. Sorry, karma. 9 plus 8 is 17, which turns back into an 8. Here we go with these eights. So Libran energy. No, it's not Libran energy. It's Virgo energy. This was Virgo's. This was the end. This is Virgo energy. So here goes this 8 again. I understand. So the King of Wands, Nine of Cups, somebody was born in bondage and they have to release themselves. Either this is someone born in August, someone born 89 or 98, or someone that has a prominent Leo Virgo situation. This is Virgo's reading. This has Pisces and Gemini in it. So this is someone who may or may not have a trine. They may or may not be a trine sign. They may be an Aquarius or a Libra, because that's what I'm getting big heavy. I'm getting heavy, heavy, heavy Aquarius Libra energy. So this might be an air trine that I'm talking to. It's at 89, 98. Someone is born in 89 or 98. And they were born in complete bondage. And this is the year of them to do their big one. This is the year that they need to balance out their polarities and adjust and pick what they need to pick going forward. We don't know if you're going to pick Buddhism. You may pick Judaism. You may pick to be a Muslim. You may pick to be Catholic, or you may pick to just be an atheist, or you may pick just being a spiritualist. Either way, you have some things that are fighting inside. You have an internal fight. You want to be confident and abundant, but you also don't want to be conceited and selfish. And these are the things you're going to need to go forward. You're going to need to balance going forward. You have a healthy amount of light and dark in you, and it's time for you to balance and hold forth on that. Not looking for outside validation. There is a way for you to balance both sides, but you were born in the bondage of the two. And 9 times out of 10, you went with the more extreme side, which is the patriarchal side. And that is the side that is most accepted by society. Now, if you can balance out these both polarities and still maintain your matriarchal side in conjunction with your patriarchal side, maybe you should find yourself easily in the middle. However, if you don't, you can easily become a toxic empath, a dark empath. This is a person that actually does know about feelings, is aware about feelings, and still does not care. Okay, so be careful of becoming a dark empath, which would then make you one or two deeds away from being a narcissist, and that can be very dangerous to one's soul. Okay, so going forward, Virgo, this is your time. This is your call to do your shadow work. Congratulations to those who know what I'm talking about and who've already been through the journey and who have done the work or are currently doing the work. But this is specifically for a baby soul who's just realizing that there are some things within them that they need to be warring against. Okay. So, congratulations on your new awakening and your new opening. This journey is going to be one of the most memorable journeys of your life. Um, this is also going to solidify and actualize you so that you can go forward. So, hopefully this isn't reaching you too late in your life. There's no such thing as too late, but when we get on the other side of 40 and 50, there are some things that are harder to manage than others. So hopefully this is reaching you, which if it says 89 or 98, you should be in your 30s. You should be approaching 40 or somewhere in your 20s if this is correct. 98, 28. So definitely try to balance yourself going forward. Learn about both mom and dad, the good, bad, and the ugly, especially since you know sometimes our parents aren't going to admit to the things that they did, especially if they talk to us to death about it, like they've never done anything in their life. Be mindful. So, going forward, much love to you Virgos, the new Virgos. Some of the old ones, they're already on the other side of 30, 40, and 50, and you see what they look like. So take heed. And till next time, don't come for me because somebody is obviously spinning you. Love you from Nyx. Ah, I'm getting off. I'm getting off.